Have you ever felt like you were trapped in a mysterious house with many doors, being guided around by a sentient book trying to help you escape? And have you further felt like someone in your group wasn't to be trusted? This isn't just any ordinary Monday, friends. This is Obscurio from Libelud, and our provided review copy comes to us from Asmodee, North America. Designer Letelier spins up this functional sequel to Libelud's first smash hit in 2015, Mysterium. Will the addition of a traitor to the imaginative art styling be a dream or a nightmare? Let's dig in and find out. Past the phenomenal cover art, the first thing you'll find is Obscurio's rulebook. Adorned by a creepy carved owl, it's 12 pages long, does a decent job of teaching you the game, and has a marvelous reference on the back, which you'll need. Next up is the game's board, followed by the Grimoire's card holder and desk. This desk is actually just a book. I don't know why it's called a desk. The French words aren't similar at all, and the fact that one player is a sentient book is even more reason why this should just be called a book. Anyway, I bring your attention to it because it's thick and heavy, due mostly to the sheet of magnetic metal most people would call iron, but I really enjoy being wordy. This is going to be important in a bit. Inside the main box compartment are the rest of the game pieces, including the trap tokens, the character chips, progress marker, loyalty and character cards, butterfly tokens, cohesion tokens, and finally the game's centerpiece, the illusion cards. I want to show you how these all interact together, so let's set this up and I'll walk you through how to play. Setup is going to vary a little bit depending on player count, so here I've set up for a 6-player game. Each turn has the same phases no matter what though. You'll start every round with the setup phase where you'll draw at least one trap out of the bag, which will almost always make things harder for the wizards. Next, the Grimoire player will draw the top illusion card from the stack, look at it, being extra careful not to show it to anyone. This is the card that marks the correct door which the wizards must escape from. After studying it carefully, the Grimoire will draw 2 more illusion and place them in the deck. Look, it's a book. Can I please stop calling it a desk? I'm just going to assume you said yes. Thank you. Placing them into the book. Now, they're going to use these 2 butterfly markers to mark elements of these 2 illusions, which will lead the wizards to choosing the correct door in a later round. There's no caginess here. The Grimoire should be as specific as possible, giving as much information as they can. They can point to an element in the illusion that matches the correct one they drew earlier, or they can point to a color on the illusion they think is important. They can even place the marker here in the corner to indicate that the entire illusion is a clue to the correct one. Now here's where the underlying magnet comes in handy. Because this is a game of precise indication, the butterfly tokens stick nicely to the book with just enough magnetization to keep their place if you spin the card around, but not enough that you'll have to wrest it off the surface. It's a perfect solution, and it's one of those oh cool moments that I absolutely adore about good component design. Once the markers are placed, it's up to the players to discuss what they see. Now, the Grimoire can't speak at all during this phase, so if the wizards misinterpret the signs, well, do a better job next time. Now, all the wizards close their eyes, and the Grimoire instructs only the traitor to open theirs. The Grimoire will then reveal the card holder to the traitor, and they have the option to silently and carefully indicate which illusion they want to add to the pile. That illusion is replaced with a new one, and the traitor can choose again if they wish. Once the traitor has chosen twice, they should close their eyes and attempt to blend back in with the wizards. The Grimoire instructs everyone to open their eyes, and then they add illusions face down from the stack until they have 6. At this point, there is 1 correct one, up to 2 chosen by the traitor, possibly more depending on a trap, and then some number, usually 3, randomly chosen illusions. These are shuffled and each placed on a door on the main board. Once all the illusions are in place, the Grimoire starts a timer, and everyone rushes to interpret the signals on the book to choose the right door. If at least 1 wizard correctly chooses, the progress meter is moved forward 1 space, and the group is 1 step closer to escaping the creepy magic shop run by a newly human and strangely literal ex-vengeance demon. For every character token not on the correct door, however, a cohesion token from the light side of the board is removed from the game. Turns continue like this until all the cohesion tokens are lost except those on the dark side. When this happens, we enter the Accusation Phase. The Grimoire gives all the wizards 1 minute to determine who the traitor is by talking and defending. When that time is up, on the count of 3, each wizard simultaneously points to who they think is the traitor. Whoever has the most votes reveals their loyalty card. If the accused player or players in the case of a tie was loyal. 2 cohesion tokens are lost each, and you vote again. So get it right this time. If you correctly suss out the traitor, they still get to choose illusions to try and sway you away from the correct door, but they don't get to choose a door themselves anymore. You've locked them away forever. Good for you. The game ends when either the wizards escape the final room of the house, winning the game, or when the last cohesion token is removed from the dark side of the gauge and the traitor wins. Okay, so if that sounds like your cup of magic tea, then let me assure you, you are not at all wrong. Obscurio succeeds wildly for me in the fact that it's just enough of a game to keep me interested throughout. Mysterium, while certainly fun, suffered a little bit from your ghost cards being at the mercy of the vision. If they couldn't get what you wanted them to understand, you were at the mercy of pure luck. There's still an element of that in play here, but being able to point to very specific things in a pair of illusions give a lot more information work to the grimoire. This is neatly balanced by the traitor being able to lead you astray, but even they are working on imperfect information. Keep in mind, the traitor doesn't know which door is right. They only know as much as the other wizards do, so if the grimoire points at a dog and a necklace, that's what the traitor's going to be looking for in the card holder. If the grimoire just meant animal and jewels, well then, better hope someone else catches on. Obscurio's box claims a 45-minute playtime, and in our experiences, that's just about right. Some games with particularly raucous accusations go a little longer, and games with a very good traitor are wrapped up quickly as the group runs out of cohesion, both in tokens and in friendship. Also keep in mind that speed is of the essence here. For every turn of the timer you take to send your tokens to the right doors, you're adding an additional trap in the next round. You want to balance getting things right without deliberating so long that you end up in a huge hole next time and more traps than you can possibly handle. The traitor mechanic is a brilliantly executed one, bringing just enough added confusion to a game that's already tough. In 2 of our games, false accusations brought the remaining wizards to just 1 token left, meaning that they had to be perfect in determining the final 2 rooms. In both cases, they somehow managed to do it, but we were also playing on easy difficulty. The game tweaks the number of tokens based on how hard you want your experience, so I'll say this to you, you have to be very, very good to up the difficulty from easy. Start there, and don't jump in too deep too early. This game is hard, and the traitor will mess with you. If I had to pick an issue with this game, it's that it feels like I want more of these illusion cards. While you get the same number of cards that you did in Mysterium, you're going to go through them a lot faster. Honestly, I'd pay $5 or so just to get circular versions of the Mysterium art and double my options. Additional illusion cards are almost guaranteed though, as word of this game picks up and more people grab it. There are so many vision card expansions for Mysterium, it's hard to imagine these wheels not already in motion. It's a small issue, but if you play this game enough, you're going to want something new to look at. Obscurio revisits the main themes that made Mysterium work so well and heightens the experience by making it more of a game than an experience, a long-fought battle on this channel. Let's go through the checklist. In the box, rulebook clear and non-gender pronouns. The rulebook does an admirable job of explaining the game's phases, though for some reason I had some issues until I actually got the game to the table. There's a tiny bit of confusion between the fact that one player is a grimoire and they have a game component called a desk that's actually a book, and a card holder which looks a lot like a book as well. The rulebook uses the non-gendered they and their throughout, which is great. Iconography clear. Once you memorize all the trap tokens, you won't need to refer to the rulebook anymore, but that's going to take a few games at least. I played this half a dozen times now, and even I can't remember them all on sight. Packaging well done. Obscurio's insert is among the best there is, locking everything into a very specific spot while leaving plenty of room in the base box for expansion content. You can't put this game away wrong, and that leads to perfect vertical storage, the gold standard of any board game. On the table, good representation. Obscurio deserves a special award in this category. Of the 7 character cards in the game, only 1 is obviously masculine, and none of the feminine characters are sexualized at all. Could it be that we're finally turning a corner in this area? Let's hope. Component quality. Decent. While the circular illusion cards are difficult to slot into the card holder, the magnetic butterfly markers and the nifty character tokens all contribute to a tactily pleasing game. Replay value. Pretty high. You'll see almost all the included illusion cards in a single game, but the fact that you're looking for elements each one on top of the overall feel, coupled with the fact that you'll have completely new clues that may point you to the same card, will give you more than enough to keep coming back. Fun to lose. Yes, this game so expertly balances the intention of guessing based on hidden information with just enough to lead you along that every single new group I've played this with has wished to play it again immediately after. I love Obscurio, and for my money this is just a strict upgrade to Mysterium, but I present that point with a caveat that if you don't like games with a traitor, then the door is shut. It was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it. If Mysterium's a hit with your group, but you want just a little bit more, I can't recommend Obscurio enough. I'm Nicholas, reminding you to help protect the game population. Always sleeve your cards. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed that video, please hit that sub button and check out all of our other offerings at goodluckhighfive.com. And please consider becoming a patron of the channel at patreon.com/GLHFmagic and help us keep making reviews, videos, and podcasts for as little as $5 a month. We're also always looking for new games to review, so if you make games or you know a company who does and wants to have their game reviewed on Good Luck High Five, please reach out to us at glhf@goodluckhighfive.com and we'd be happy to take a look. You can follow me, Captain N the Game Master, on Twitter and Instagram at CaptainNGM, and follow the channel at GLHF Magic. Remember, please shop at your local game store whenever possible. Until next time, I'm Nicholas, and good luck, high five.